What is up, beautiful people? If you're finding this message, it is because there is something for you to receive here. I was woken up in the middle of the night with this message, right? God literally woke me up in the middle of the night and made me scribble down notes. I was scribbling like a crazy woman to get these notes down so I could relay this for you. I don't usually use notes, but I was guided to use notes because the message was so clear. And I can't mince my words here, right? If you found this message, it is because you are in one of two collectives that I am tapping into, right? One of these collectives is about to be walking into glory in this season, right? Very exciting. The other collective is being asked to buckle up because things are about to get a bit tense. I love you. I'm sorry to be the messenger, but the game has changed. Now, firstly, it doesn't actually matter which camp you are in, whether you're in the first camp or the second camp, because those of us walking the first camp know that everything that we went through in the second camp when we were in our battle season, let's just call it battle season, let's call it being put on our knees season, let's call it preparation, being squeezed real tight season, dark night of the soul, whatever you want to call it, the humbling, it serves deeply. And so for someone who has I've been put on my knees a lot in the past 10 years, let's just say that. And I am out the other side of that. And I am telling you, this is not condemnation. There is no judgment here. There is no, you're not being punished if you're in the second camp. I love you. Everything is working out for you. And I want you to feel my love through this, that I'm delivering this message to you so you know what's happening. And so you stop resisting, so you can flow more easily through this process and not resist it now, okay? Just take it, take it as it comes, breathe deeply with me. We're gonna get to you in a second. The first camp, the good news first, right? Before we get into that, I wanna say that the reason why this is happening is that the game has changed, right? The energy has shifted. The matrix is collapsing and we are moving into a new era, a new season, a new field, which is reacting differently, moving differently, and interacting with us and our energy differently. What was working in the past will not work anymore. And this is why there is this split kind of happening of how people are relating to this energy. So I believe it's like related to this eclipse season that we are currently in. The nodes of fate have shifted from Pisces and Virgo to Aquarius and Leo. We're culminating cycles that we started in 2024, I believe, was when we were last had the eclipses starting in Pisces. And we are shifting into this age of Aquarius. It's the year of the fire horse, many things going on. This eclipse season feels very pivotal in shaking those foundations, right? So if you have been working on your foundation, here's the good news, right? This is the first camp, the good news. So these are the ones who are going to be lifted up in this season. If you resonate with this, drop down in the comments and let me know, because you will know if this is you, right? You will know. You'll be like, yeah, it's my time. Woohoo! These are the ones who have been quietly working on themselves in the background. These are the ones who they've been, to be honest, they've been humbled. They have been facing their shadows. They have been doing the deep work. They have died and been reborn a million times in this cycle. They are so used to the death and rebirth process that they don't resist it anymore because they know that every time they let go, they are redirected to something higher, because they know that any aspect of themselves they're being forced to face and deal with, even if it's like ugly and it's shadowy and it's uncomfortable, it is because it is not their authentic self. So they have been purified in the background, quietly working on themselves, quietly tending to their inner worlds and mastering their light. They've been mastering their ability to command the field. They've been mastering their ability to cultivate joy and compassion and love and patience and peace from within, right? They have been working on their foundation. They have been learning how to surrender, how to trust, how to flow, right? They have been recognizing that their worth is not external to them. They have been forced to stop looking outside for feedback about why they are valuable, why they are loved, why they are important, right? It's been a brutal season for them. If this is you, and it was me, so I'm resonating with this now, it may feel like you have been wading through shit for the longest time, and you've been holding on for this vision you've been shown, or this future timeline, or this moment to go forth and like really share and step into the light and be propelled forward in this way. It feels like you've been in this season of waiting for a really long time, right? And it's been humbling for you because you've had to hold the faith when nothing was shifting externally. You have had to hold the faith in what God has been showing you, the prophecies you've received, the visions you've received, the things that you know you're here to create, even if they maybe haven't worked out yet, right? You've been holding that faith when nothing outside was shifting. Now is your time. Mark my words. This is where everything that you have been quietly cultivating in the background is going to gain momentum. Things are going to start landing effortlessly. I am talking miraculous opportunities, paradigm shifting life events and partnerships coming into your life that will catapult you forward. Things being handed to you without any effort, without any doing, without even trying. And it's not because you didn't do anything, it's because you've been working on cultivating the energy to hold it when it comes, right? You've been working on your nervous system. You've been working on your beliefs. You've been working on your energy. You've been working on being the leader, being the person, being that embodiment of light. Mark my words, things are really going to start to shift for you. The world, the reality is going to start to bend and shift for you because you are resonating on the frequency of this new timeline, this new world order that we're moving into, right? And that is one which is beingness equates to things in the external, right? It's not through doing, it's through being, it's through your energy, it's through your embodiment, right? Things are going to bend for you. The fruits of your labor are going to arrive. The seeds that you've been quietly planting in the background without praise, without recognition, without even evidence that things are working in your favor are going to start to magically align in your life. The message for you guys is stop expecting to see the same. Stop expecting to see disappointment. Stop expecting to see delay. Stop expecting to be waiting. Stop playing this new game with the old rules because you have graduated from that season, right? Listen to me. You have to receive this. Stop slipping into that victimhood of I'm always being put on my knees. I'm always being forced to deal with my stuff. This is so difficult. Why is no one else held to this standard? You are held to this standard, beloved, because you have what it takes. You have the light inside of you to move through it, right? You went first, so you can guide the collective forward in this season. But these opportunities, this visibility, the partnership, the work, whatever it is, right? The visibility, did I say that already? Someone's going to be really visible, right? You are ready to shine. This is like Leo season's all about shining, right? That has been held from you, not because it was not meant for you. It's because you were being protected. You were being shaped in that season. You were being shaped to hold this aligned energy, hold this light. So no matter what people say, no matter how people lash out at you, no matter what is happening outside, you're in your energy. You are in your fucking lane. You are this pillar of unshakable light. The truth is the collective was not yet ready for people like you. They weren't ready. It wasn't your time. So God was not punishing you in this season. You were not being withheld. You were being prepared, right? If you had have received the opportunity, the union, the money, the whatever it was, while you were still being worked on, you would not have been able to hold it and it would have broken you, okay? Because part of you was still using that for validation. Part of you was still wanting that to prove your worth. And now that you have cultivated this energy of I know my worth, because my worth and my value is my energy. It is my soul. It is who I am being in this world, right? Now that you have cultivated that so strongly, the gifts, the recognition, the money, the opportunities, the platform, the job, the partnership, it can show up because you're not going to shit yourself when it arrives and cling to that external thing, right? God wanted to bring it to you when you were truly ready to hold it. And He was not punishing you, He was preparing you for the season when you were the person who could effortlessly hold it, right? Who didn't need it anymore to feel fulfilled. And that is why it is coming for you. I am so excited for you. Stop expecting that you're still in the old game, because you're not, right? This brings me, with much love and compassion and tenderness, to the second group of people. Now, the second group of people, it's not that you are less than, it's not that you are not good enough, it's not that you are anything, it's not that you're being punished, you're not being condemned, there's no like religious dogma here of you're going to hell, like you got to redeem, none of that in this conversation. You are just at a different cycle in your life, and these are the people who have maybe mastered or cultivated more of the external security, right? So maybe you've had more external security, or you've relied more on external security, and that worked for you. That was working for you wonderfully. Maybe you cultivated a lot of success or wealth or whatever else in the material realm. I don't know how to deliver this. Like, God, help me deliver this softly and lovely. These ones, the ones who are still clinging to, they're clinging for dear life to old identities and patterns, are going to be challenged right now. And you will find this time hard and unnecessarily painful if you continue to hold on to what is being ripped from you right now. That's all I've got to say. Don't shoot the messenger. If it is being removed from your life, there is a reason for it, and it is not punishment. It is because you are being cultivated, you are being prepared, you are being fortified into something and someone stronger who doesn't need that external thing, that relationship, that job, that money, that validation, that Instagram following, whatever the frick it is, who doesn't need that to feel whole, because you've been placing all of your identity on labels and masks and versions of you handed to you by other people, by what society told you you needed to be wealthy, to be successful. And to be honest, some part of you doesn't feel fulfilled. It feels empty right now. There is part of you who is like screaming out saying, there's got to be more than this. I've mastered this. And now it's like, what more is there, right? And so God is going to start to remove things from your life in this season. He is going to start to confront you with your shadow, with the things that you have let fly under the radar because it wasn't affecting your ability to create, because you were very good at creating in the external, right? Making shit happen in the external. I'm not saying that you are not a very gifted, successful, strong person. It is that the game is changing. That's all. Is the game is changing, and that way of being in the world will no longer fly. So if you're still looking outside for external validation, you are still attaching to these things outside of you to like solidify your identity, or you believe you need to be something, or you're still trying to glorify your ego, so status, persona, masks, identity, versions of you. You think, this is who my wife needs me to be. This is who is meant to be successful in this world. This is what society wants me to be. This is who I have to show up as to be loved. This is why it's going to be taken from you, so you understand and realize that you are loved without all of that. It's not meant to be to put you on your knees and just make you sad, right? It is to give you a gift that is far beyond any of these external things that you have cultivated. It is to give you the gift of your own love, of your own soul. Your soul is wanting you to be better in this cycle. And everything that you built in the previous cycle is going to be handed back to you in multiplied versions, because it's going to be more aligned with the truth of who you are, right? So if that career is being shifted, if that relationship is being removed, if you're feeling like this season, this time is really painful for you, and you're being forced to deal with some stuff, some karma, some whatever it is, I'm telling you, God doesn't remove things from your life unless he's going to give it to you better. It's just it wasn't built on the right foundation, okay? So things that were built on the right foundation aren't going to be taken because that's not the way that this works, right? If you built it on the right foundation, if you built it from an aligned place, if it was truly what is meant to be yours, it won't be taken in this time. So that's the good news for you guys. Like the good news is, but if you are resisting change, if you are not willing to look at what's being taken from you, if you are not willing to let go of what you're being asked to surrender, if you're still trying to control, if you're still trying to dictate, if you're still building things from my will, not thy will, right? Like you're still trying to build something to glorify yourself, yourself being your ego, your identity, your personality, right? For status or whatever other reason, it's going to hurt in this season, right? This is addressing stubbornness. It's addressing inflexibility. It's addressing pride. It's addressing greed. It's addressing all of those things within us that are actually separate from the truth of who we are, right? You're going to be shaken up so you can see it. The outside world is going to get very, very uncomfortable if you are not willing to see what you have been avoiding. And that is all I'm going to say. As I said, the good news is, and if you're in this second camp, I need to reiterate, it is not punishment, it is preparation for you as well, because you too get to have these effortless, beautiful things pop in that is so aligned with the truth of who you are. But it's like you need to recognize who you are beneath all of that. And this is where I feel myself wanting to soften, to deliver this message to you. You are so much more. You are so much more than these external things. You have this ability to feel so stable and so full and so loved without these external things, right? There is something within you that is this spark, and it is beautiful, and it is here to bring into the world such incredible magic and love and creativity. And there is a better way than the way that you have been doing it. I know it seemed to work for you. I know it was like, well, things have worked out in a way, so why would I change? But it's not going to be allowed to stand in this energy. This energy is all about integrity. It's about authenticity. It's about soul alignment and fire and people building things for the common good of all. It's about this collective working together to really shift this world into a beautiful place where we are all working together towards creating something bigger and better, right? So I just want you to know I love you. This is not meant to be punishment. I've been through it. It sucked while I was in it, but on the other side, I'm telling you, it is so worth it. And so just to talk into this energy as a final piece about what this energy means and what we've shifted into with these shifting nodes and all of this astrological stuff and the collapsing matrix and all of this stuff. It's like the potential is for effortless, easeful, graceful, magical manifestation and creation. It is for things just aligning like so easily if you're in the flow. So if you're like forcing and clinging and stubborn, then you're not really in the flow, right? You're not flowing with the all of life. So there are people who are like serving self, and there are people who are serving the all, right? And people who are serving the all and they're aligned with this energy of my success is everyone else's success. What I expand multiplies for others, right? My abundance is your abundance. There is no separation between me and you. They're going to get lifted up by this energy and carried somewhere beautiful because they're not just thinking about themselves, right? And this energy is not going to help those who are in self-serving behaviors anymore, who are in ego, who are in stubbornness, right? Who are not willing to allow themselves to be guided. So this is a soul-aligned season which is like really lifting up people who they've embodied this, right? They've embodied this arc of the death and the rebirth. They've integrated those lessons because the truth is, beloveds, in this time, a lot of spiritual leaders are going to fall, right? A lot of false light is going to be exposed. If you don't resonate with the spiritual space anymore, it's probably because you've sensed all the unintegrated shadow that is posing as light. True light, actual light, comes when we are capable and willing to face and integrate our darkness. That is the only way that true light is cultivated, right? True light comes when we have gone through a descent process and we have loved all of the parts of ourselves into wholeness. And we are shining that light on every ugly thing, not only inside of ourselves, but outside in this world, in this matrix, in this reality. We're willing to see it. The light doesn't discriminate, right? Light will shine light on any darkness. It will illuminate it. So any darkness that is unresolved within us is going to be forced in this period because the light is so bright, because we have all these incoming solar flares, because the frequency of people is lifting in this energy right now. It's going to get exposed, right? So you either go with it and you allow it to shape you and release you. And the good news is, because of the first camp of people, this is going to be much easier for the second camp, because it's like we forged the way through our own journeys and lessons. And so it's like, here are the cheat codes. It's easier for you. Just like go into your death, see your shadows, let me help you love them to light, right? There are guides here for you to help you do that, but they are not these false light gurus who are focused on themselves. They're really focused on just wealth and success and money and like being fucking famous. And they don't actually care about people, right? They don't actually care. They're using these tools, these manifestation techniques, these like mysteries to lift themselves up. They're going to be taken down from their pedestal, right? And people will be able to sense and feel what is true and what is not. And those of you who have really cultivated and embodied this light within you, it's like your field will be felt. Not only will your field be felt, people will really gravitate towards you because you hold these codes and keys inside you from the path that you've synthesized and you've mastered, because then you can help them shine the light on their stuff. And it's like, boom, so much easier. I cannot begin to tell you what has been happening in sessions with me lately. And it's not me doing it, right? Like I am just a vessel for God to work through, but it's like people are leaving these sessions. They've come in with all this shadow and like karma and contracts and heavy stuff that they are carrying around. And within an hour, it's like, boom, they are totally reborn just from sitting in the field of light that is emanating in these sessions. I was going to say emanating through me, but it's not about me, right? I'm just holding this field for them of my energy, of God's energy, of light pouring through me, love pouring through me. And it's like, boom, they're shifting so quickly. Miraculously, people are like saying to me, oh my God, my friend saw me after that session, or my partner saw me, my parents saw me, and they say, holy shit, you look so different. You look lighter now. This like spark awoke up in you. And it's like, yeah, those sessions, that transformation in the people who have been in their shadow isn't going to happen without people who are holding genuine light to guide them there, right? We're there to help these people through this cycle. And it's going to happen on a mass scale, right? A mass scale. So if you're like in this second camp and you're listening to this, it's probably because you've already started on this process. You wouldn't even be here listening to this raving spiritual person if you haven't already started unpacking this stuff. So this is more like my recognition for you of like, I see you. I see how hard it is. I see how painful it is. I see how heart-wrenching it can be in that. But don't give up hope, right? We're here on the other side telling you it's going to be magical on the other side. I promise you, right? And if you are one of the first people, it's like, it's your job now to shine. It's your job to be uplifted, to help these people, to make it easier for them. Like you did it the hard way, so they don't have to do it the hard way, right? It's like you, boom, here are the cheat codes. Come into my field and I'm going to help lift you up now. You don't have to be in the shadow anymore. I'm going to help expose all of that for you and bring it into purity. It's like they're not going to have to go do 10 years of shadow work the way we did, because our light, our love, the things that we have been able to hold, that pure channel to God, is going to support them to shift through this really quickly. So that is my message. You know, it's not about one camp is blessed and the other camp is not blessed. It's like we're all being blessed in this cycle in different ways. We're all just at different points of our journey. No one is better. No one is worse, right? There are things that the people in the second camp have cultivated and mastered that the people in the first haven't. Maybe like material realm stuff, okay? So we're all just in different places on this journey. We're all here to walk each other home. But this energy is bringing up different things for everyone. And wherever you are in your season, I want you to know it is working out for you wonderfully, right? You're exactly where you need to be in this moment, or you would be somewhere else. I love you. If this has resonated, I invite you to read my first book, Diamond Light Oracle, because I wrote that in the depths of my being squeezed and crushed and fortified and put on my knees and being shown things that weren't happening and wondering, God, why have you abandoned me? I've been doing all this work. I've been on my knees praying. I've been humbled. I've been like so devoted to my mission, right? Why am I the only one going through this, God, right? That journey is this journey of cultivating this light within, of being refined, sorry, into a diamond, because diamonds are born through pressure. So this journey that I go through in this book and I share is a transmission to help you to move through that cycle. It is not just a book of my stories. It is a codex that helps you to move through that with more grace and ease, because you see yourself in the pages and you understand what is being brought up for you to address. We go into healing the feminine. We go into healing the masculine within. We go into coming into this inner union. We go into the mother wound, the father wound, money wounds, all of this stuff. We go through the ascension process. We go through sacred sites and energies and the earth and how the earth operates and all of this new age stuff that now I'm like past it. But it's a really powerful codex and guidebook for people. And through the process of reading this book, you are like purified and fortified and supported, right? Energetically, you go through a clearing process. As I was birthing that book, I was literally being purified and broken down and born into someone new through the book. It is a rebirth process. So if you're in the thick of this, definitely go read this. It's going to support you so much. If you've been through this and you're like, where is all my stuff? I still invite you to read the book, because it's going to make a lot of things really clear for you, and you're going to see yourself so clearly in this mirror, in this journey, and you're going to understand why God said not yet. Please wait. Now, if you are in either of these seasons and you are requiring support, I am here to help you, right? I've been doing these beautiful harmony sessions, which, like I said, people are walking out of them, all this heaviness just lifted off them in the most beautiful way. So reach out. I'm going to put a booking link down below in the show notes / in the YouTube notes down here. If you've just found me and you're like really resonating with what I'm saying, I invite you to check out my channel, subscribe, check out my past videos. A lot of this stuff doesn't resonate with me so much anymore because it resonated at that point in my journey, and now I'm at this point in my journey. But wherever you are in your journey, there will be something in there that resonates for you. There are also oracle sessions that we can book if you need some guidance for this time, if you want to know what you're being asked to step into or let go of. But my beautiful souls, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Please subscribe if this resonated with you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what camp you are in. And until next time, I love you.